Hi, welcome to Mari's Kitchen. Today we're going to be making an impeccable anti-inflammatory chicken. And the reason it's called an anti-inflammatory chicken is because my ingredients all have anti-inflammatory properties. We're going to be starting with a 5-pounder that is hormone-free, organic. Normally I chop off my chicken wings because I like to save them for football games or something along those lines. I am, like I said, a little on the cheap side, so I don't like to pay $5 for chicken wings, especially organic chicken wings. So you just snip them, put them in a bowl, freeze them later. So here is my chicken, and he is pre-washed. I take out everything that's inside, some of the fats that stay around the inside as well. I'm going to put my chicken in my pot, make a couple of incisions, and to this, in my bowl, I am going to mix in 1 tablespoon of turmeric. Turmeric is a great Indian spice known for its anti-inflammatory properties. Here I have 1/4 teaspoon of ginger, 1/4 teaspoon of paprika, and 1/4 teaspoon of allspice. All of these have anti-inflammatory properties. I prefer my ginger because it's good for blood flow and movement of the blood. Over here I have 2 ounces of minced or diced red onion. I prefer red onions because they are sweeter. Also, if you cut your onions ahead of time, at least 15 minutes, and let them go off, it'll give you maximum potential, maximum capacity of the antioxidants that are in them. You throw that in there as well. I have garlic, about 3 cloves of garlic as well, and you will set these up for about 15 minutes just like your onions. They're in the same family and they have also great anti-inflammatory properties. I mix this all up. And you see this beautiful rich red, bright orange mustardy color. This is what that's what the turmeric will do for you. I like to take with my hands and stuff it right in here. You see the crevices right in here? This is where I like to stuff my chicken. That way the flavor goes all the way through. Just work it up in there. I also like to stuff some in the inside of the carcass. This will release some great flavors, and of course some on top. And massage it in. Flip my bird over. I like to make sure that the colors are everywhere. I also use fresh herbs from my garden, and this is going to be in the mix that I'm going to show you in 1 second. In our garden herbs, we have a mixture of Greek oregano, Italian parsley, purple sage, and lime thyme. These all came from outside and we have dried them. Seasoned to taste. I have about a good tablespoon in my hand, and I crush them, put some at the bottom, some on the inside, and again some on top. I also take a little bit of rosemary that's from my garden. I love the smell of rosemary, and just put it at the bottom of your pot. Set them in there, give them a little bit of a massage again. Wash my hands again. And we don't use a lot of salt. I only put a dash of salt just for increasing the flavor. Salt is a silent killer. It leads to heart attacks, so we only use a little bit. I only give it a sprinkle or 2. And that's it. We're going to put this bad boy in the oven for about 2.5 to 3 hours, covered at 400 degrees, and I'll get back to you and we'll see how it looks. The recipe will be popping up right on your screen, and I'll be back right after time lapse. And we're back. Only 2 hours have elapsed. I wanted to make sure I touch base and let you know that I like to have my chicken in per pound 30 minutes. So So this one was after the wings were clipped, probably about 4 pounds. So it's been only 2 hours. About an hour and a half ago, I decided to take off the lid. So you want to give your chicken about a half hour without the lid, so the skin will cook a little better. So I'm going to pull him out of the container. It's nice and soft right now. Actually, it's so soft it is falling apart. And this is what the chicken looks like. You're going to want it to rest for at least a good 20 minutes. Let it cool down. I also like to keep the juices from the chicken because I use it for rices later, or to boil my pasta in. So once this cools down, I will put it in a container and put it in the freezer. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.